as my man, I think far away from what I do. Like, I should be like, yes, baby, I had this campaign. Yes, posting. The engagement is not doing well, but what's engagement, baby? I want that type of man. Knows nothing about the internet.
Okay, last number got the pull up in the trance in
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. I'll just walk out.
What's good, my niggas? It's your boy B on another episode of the Elusive podcast, baby. Got my homie Kalibo the Don.
That's your boy K_LIBO. We're back again, baby. We've got a very important guest today. Mm-hmm. I always say special guest, but she's a very important guest. You know? We've got Nkunjana, known as ZANX-CUSTOMS, content creator, fashion designer, YouTuber, blogger, entrepreneur, so many things, so many titles, man. You know? How are you, Zianda?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming
all
through.
The way from the Eastern Cape.
Imagine.
Traveled far to be here.
Just to be here. Jokes. She's here on other stuff, you know. Where do we even start, dude?
Where do we even start? I don't know. Let's just...
What started first in all those things that I mentioned?
Fashion was, I always say fashion was my first love, still is. Just along the way, like, things happened and, kind of fell through the cracks, but I always say that everything works together. Because I think even the work that I do now, that fashion aspect comes out, with the outfits as a content creator. I think that creativity sort of like blooms in the content creation. So I think it just works out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you studied fashion in varsity, right?
Yes.
Why fashion? Out of all the things, it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I've loved fashion. Was all I ever knew as a child. I grew up saying I want to become a fashion designer. I was always drawn to fashion, even as a child.
Yeah.
And that was always my first dream, but I wanted to become a fashion designer. And where I come from, there's not a lot of fashion designers, but it was kind of hard even like owning up to the dream, because who do you know that's a fashion designer and that has made it out the hood, But it was something that I knew that deep down, this is all I've ever loved, and this is something that I want to one day pursue. So growing up also, they kind of almost dimmed that kind of light, but as I grew older towards matric, I got the confidence to stand up and say, actually, I want to become a fashion designer, because I was a cool girl,
Yeah.
Got to a point where I became a cool girl. So I was like, I really want to become a fashion designer. I like it. Like, you guys want to be accountants, this and that, and I just want to be a fashion designer. So yeah.
How are you exposed to like fashion? Like as you said, you're from like the hood, and there's not a lot of fashion designers from the hood. Like
TV. I'd say the woman around me. My mom was a very stylish lady. My mom was a proper lady. And I went to a Christian school. There was she's still alive, Mrs. Phillips. Oh my God, I always loved all of her outfits. And I used to look and think, oh my God, I want to dress like that one day. I want to be affiliated with people that dress like that. I want to make people look like that one day.
Yeah.
So I think mostly though TV, I was a bit, David Tlale and Khatioan were the only designers we knew back in the day.
Yeah.
So I used to look at them, SABC3, watch David, watch Khart, and I'm like, I want to be the next David. I want to be the next Khart. So yeah, I think TV and the people around me influenced my love for fashion.
And also, there's not a lot of female fashion designers, actually. Now that I think about it, in SA, right? Or who are popularly known for fashion as well. Because like you said, David Tlale, we only knew that David Tlale is going out.
True, 100%. Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I never used to think about that, actually. But you think that until you go to fashion school.
Oh, okay.
And then you end up having like 3 guys in the fashion class, and there's just all women. So maybe... I don't know actually why. Yeah.
Are they always like, are the guys always like gay? Sorry to ask.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Who?
Latuma Makosa.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not. They're literally not.
Trevor Stearman, they are okay.
No.
Sorry, I'm just saying like.
No, that's no.
That's a stereotype.
It's a stereotype. It's a big stereotype, and that's not the case.
Yeah. Who do you look up to though? Like
now.
Yeah.
In fashion.
Like from when you were young.
From when I was young, it was David and Khart. They were the only people I knew. Yeah. I think in the fashion industry. And then I think later on, Laduma came into the picture. I was drawn so much into his art, also because he was from the Eastern Cape. And at that time, he was still very like up and coming. This new kid from the block, from Ebai, making waves, and I was drawn so much into his art. So then it became him. And I think for me, Laduma was very close from home type of thing. He was like the boy next door. So when I saw him bloom and do well in his craft, I was just like, oh my God, it's actually possible. Like you can come from like the Eastern Cape and pop. Because Khaled and David for me were like Joburg, and that was glamorous. But for someone that comes from Epai, I was just like, oh, dope. Yeah. So I think it was those two at first, and then when Laduma came into the picture, I was like, Makosa, definitely.
And then since you said you were a cool girl in high school, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's when the content creation came through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I grew up a fat kid, right? So I needed something to let them shut up. And my outfits shut them up. You could say I'm fat, but like you'd say nothing about my outfit type of thing. And I think that's what made me cool and made people drawn to me, right? So what was your question?
Like the content creation.
Oh yes, the content creation. So that was the thing. So I entered this competition, I think in grade 11. Fashion designer competition. I'm in high school. I was the youngest in the competition. My dream was always to be a fashion designer prodigy, but I'm old now. But then I was like, I'm gonna be the youngest fashion designer in the competition, whatever. So I entered this competition. I did that competition, and I did well. I traveled to Joburg for the competition. Like I really did well, and so I needed to then start wearing the outfits and posting pictures on Facebook, and that's why people started liking me from Facebook. And went from Facebook to at school, people like are drawn to art. And obviously, if you're in a good outfit, till this day, if you're in a good outfit, you want to post. So I did a lot of those content creation moments, but then I didn't know it was content creation. I was just taking pictures. I'd dress up and a friend would take pictures of me and I'd upload that. And I think that gained traction, and that's when people started being drawn to me.
And I'm assuming that this is like Facebook. At that time,
yes.
Instagram wasn't so big.
No. Yeah, it was definitely. That's where it started. Absolutely.
Facebook. So you were a celeb, basically.
Yeah, that's what Yes, I was.
Okay.
So that's where your fan base grew from?
Yes.
From Facebook.
And then when Instagram came into the picture, I moved over to Instagram.
So was it easier to move like to Instagram?
At that time, Instagram was not even that hard. Hey, it was not as hard as it is now. The transition was not even crazy. But I knew that Instagram was more curated than Facebook. But it was not hard to break into that because everyone was just posting pictures. There was no money attached to it. So I don't think the transition was that hectic. Just I knew that it's more curation this side, and on Facebook it's whatever type of thing. Yeah.
So in the midst of all of that, you're also in school, right? Then you go into fashion school, and then you're still pursuing the fashion, but doing this as a hobby, I'm assuming.
Doing content creation.
Yeah, as a hobby.
Yes, kind of. At first, and for me it really was just about uploading my outfits on the internet. And one day I remember in first year I did a collection, right, a birthday collection. I released it on my birthday. I had just gone to fashion school and I just learned these new tips and tricks on how to sew stuff. So I made a miniature collection, and a friend of mine was like, I'll book you into studio, let's go shoot this outfit. I was like, bet. So we went to shoot these outfits and I posted them online. And I remember Mihlali asked for one of the outfits, right? She asked me to make for her, and I was like, I've never made anything. Yes, I was like, I can never made anything for anyone, but I'll try because obviously I have the knowledge, small Nkunjana, couple of mass knowledge from fashion school. So I make this outfit for her, and when I tell you, it literally blew, like it went like wildfire. And then I kept getting like orders, people wanting this outfit, and it was just multiple people wanting this outfit. And from there, people wanted other things like, oh, can you make something like this? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And then I'd make it. I'm like, oh my God, I can make other stuff now. So it just grew from that.
So did you know Mihlali, or did she hit you up? Like,
we went to the same school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys come from the same
Lysoff.
high school?
Lysoff.
In Eastern Cape?
No, we went to fashion school together.
Oh, varsity school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then from there, it just took off. From there.
Yes.
And then when you were doing like the pieces that you were making with your own money, or has somebody invested in your business?
So it would work. It was custom on order. So if you
custom
want
order.
something, you pay for it, and then I'll make. So
Then you'll
I
make.
did that hand to mouth thing for a couple of years, and I think for the most part, I look back and I think that's what could have maybe drained me, because it was a lot of work. Like it got crazy, and it was just one person. So yeah.
Wow, and then from there you just
Yeah.
skyrocketed from
Yeah.
there. And then the content creation, where does it get to a point where you can actually make money from this?
At first, I was just doing it, and then I realized people are making money on Instagram. So, and I was still taking pictures, and I love taking pictures. Even in varsity, I was still doing it for the fun of it. Doing my makeup, getting dressed, posing for pictures.
Yeah.
And now, because I was getting these orders, I knew that posting these pictures online, people are gonna get, like, it's visibility. People are gonna see my outfits and want to order. So for me, it was more about the business aspect of the fashion.
Yeah.
And then I got approached. What brand first approached me? Superbalist. I did work with Superbalist. I think so. I think it was Superbalist first. And I was like, oh my God, what? I can do stuff like that? And then from
So they
Superbalist.
DM'd you?
Yes. So from Superbalist, other brands started noticing here and there. And from there, I was like, I'm a brand now. Like, I guess I'm an influencer. So from there, I just kept going till this day. And yeah.
So the Superbalist deal opened other doors for like deals and stuff.
Yes,
Wow,
absolutely.
Because your most recent deals with Vaseline, right?
Yes.
Vaseline or Clicks? Or and Clicks?
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Clicks was doing an event last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big brand, actually. By the way, guys, my Vaseline, actually.
Exactly. You were supposed to. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you
This
go.
is how you support me. This is how you support me. I love that. I
That's
love
such a
that.
big brand. How did you get that, actually?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah,
and you know what? For the most part, I'll say this again. Everything really does work together for the good, because I just lost my mom. And my biggest frustration was, because I'm my mom's baby, man. And my biggest fear was, what am I going to do? I've never been able to fully take care of myself. Like, I made money in varsity, but I was supporting her. Like, she did the main big things, and I was supporting us and taking care of me. But now I'm just like, this person is gone, and I don't have another plan. I don't have a backup. How am I going to live after this? And a couple of weeks after we buried mom, I got the Vaseline contract. And I was like, what? This is Vaseline? Oh my God. And at first, even till this day, I still can't believe it. Like, it always feels surreal for me, because I'm just like, come on, man, So I did the first campaign with them, and a couple of months later, they called me again, and it's been 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah, I've been partnered for 3 years. Yeah.
Why did I think it was like this year only?
No, it's been 3 years.
Like, wow.
So ever since then, they've been that stable brand that always just keeps coming back for me, and that's why I always say that I will always ride for Vaseline, because I think they got me at a time where I was asking God so many questions, and I was saying, I don't know, this is all I know, for example. And also I had just dropped out of fashion school. So it's like, and from living in the Eastern Cape, it's not so easy to be a fashion designer there, because I came from Joburg, and the prices there are not Joburg prices. For example, I could charge, let's say, 1,000 rand for a top here. Nobody's paying that in Mthatha, number one. And number two, I don't have that much easy access to fabrics and stuff, and everything's expensive. So even if I'm charging that much money, most of it is going to go to production. You understand? So I just hated doing fashion there. So I'm like, I can't fully do that now. What is the plan? And then the brand, Vaseline brand deal came. So I was like, okay, this is something I love. This is going somewhere. And from then.
What did you drop out? Because you mentioned you dropped out.
I didn't have money to go back. And it was on the year of COVID. So there was just so much happening. I don't have money to go back to school. And I was just like, I packed my bags. I was like,
I'm done.
Yeah.
And it was your final year?
Yes.
So were you thinking of going back one day, or you just like...
Unfortunately, the policies at ISAF don't allow you after 6 years of...
Really?
Yeah. You have to go back and start over. Yeah.
That's messed up. But do you feel like maybe it could have been your mom in a way? Like, as an angel, maybe like...
I do.
Opening doors for you as well?
110%. I do. Because also in the first week, I had to stay at home because I was the one taking care of her while she had COVID. I got COVID, so I had to isolate. So in the first week, as they're planning the funeral, I was not allowed to go where they were planning. So I got time to sit alone and just cry and pray. And all I did in that first week, I could say that I couldn't be able to grieve because my fear was, what am I going to do without my mom?
Like, everyone's gone.
Yeah, because I'm like, Dizotini, like what happens? Because I've never known a life without my mom. I've never known a life where I have to take care of myself. And that was my first fear when she left. I was like, so in that week, my prayer was provision. I prayed for God to help me. And there was a part in the inkling. I was like, and if you're not willing to do that, take me. Take me, let me put my mom in the ground, and then I am willing to be next, because I was like, I'm not gonna stay here to suffer after growing up as my mom's egg, and now you want me to fend for myself. I can't do that. Sorry, I was like, I can't fend for myself. I'm not willing to do it, so I'll put her in the ground and I can be next. So
and you're like the last born in the family.
Yes,
right? I can imagine. I can relate to you as well.
I'm
I
a
think we spoke about this actually, when we first met. I also lost my mom last year, and it was actually like way before. It was like 2 weeks before I got my current job.
Imagine.
Same thing.
Imagine.
Same thing, exactly. Like everything you're saying, I'm like, what? You're talking to me as well. I can relate so much to that as well.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I think also it's maybe how they parents negotiate with God to go. Because I always said, it's like, if I'm going, what's the plan? And also even now, I feel like my mom is fighting for dear life. Because I got to a point in my grief where I was just like, I want absolutely out. And I think my mom was just like, but you guys promised. You said I'm leaving. She's going to be provided for. And I've been taken care of ever since that day. I just feel like they do fight for us. I think they really do stand up and fight for us.
And then let's go into the YouTubing as well. Being a YouTuber and a blogger.
Okay, which one do you want to discuss first? Okay, let's do YouTube first, because YouTube I want to wrap it up quickly because I'm a deadbeat. I haven't posted a vlog since I lost my mom.
Okay.
Ever since I lost her, I just don't have the zeal and
like a trigger in a way, maybe.
Yes, that and fashion. I haven't done fashion the same way ever since I lost her. I think because my mom was very supportive. She was like my biggest cheerleader. My friends do support and cheerlead, but I think for me, YouTube and fashion was very much attached to her. Like, not to her per se, but like, I don't know, but I did those things. Like, for example, I used to, when I got clients, I still took clients when I moved back home. And I remember there was a table at the center and my mom's bed was on the side. And every time I used to sew, my mom would be sleeping on the bed. Sometimes we'd have conversations while I'm sewing, speak about the words, like chat, So I think that doing it now just feels like a stab in the heart, because I'm just like, we used to have these nice conversations with my mom while I sew. YouTube as well. My mom loved that I was a YouTuber. She supported it. Like, she was a big fan of it. So ever since and then when I lost her, I was just like, I don't want to do this. Also because I feel like I haven't been the same ever since. I think with YouTube takes so much of you. You need to be fully there. You can't pretend. You have to, like, you're vlogging every week. And I'm the type of person, even now, I have weeks where I'm like, I can't do the internet and I'll sit it out, but I'll come back and my followers will still there. But with YouTube, I feel like there's just more like emotional texting, and I think it's just connected to my mom.
Editing as well.
Yeah, so I think it's just a lot more, and YouTube, I'm a deadbeat. I don't know if I'll ever come back. We'll see in the future. One day, probably. And then with blogging, I started a blog in 2020 after I moved home because, again, mental. I was struggling, child. And I always used to have these big thoughts on Facebook, and I post these long things about life. And I remember there was a girl, Kay, she used to tell me, dude, start a blog. Like, I think people would really want to hear what you have to say, because I feel like also you posting on Facebook restricts how far you can take this. And I was like, maybe. And then one day at night, I opened up a draft and I just started writing. And I've been writing since. I love my blog. I think it's very heart-wrenching and sad and like emotional roller coaster, but I think I love being Billy writes. I think it releases something out of me as much as it takes so much from me. I don't write as often now because I think I'm happy now. So I don't write as often. But like
So you're only inspired by sadness when you write.
yeah, but my last piece was kind of like, I think my friend challenged me, B. She was like, I need you to write something now, something like happy, something that's not, because I was telling her that I don't know who I am outside of that brokenness. So she was like, I think now this year, try something new. And like something really inspired me. And I was like, actually, let me write something. So yeah.
And then, is there money in blogging actually?
And I think eventually, but I'm not interested in
Because I know
nothing.
a couple of bloggers, and I just want to, because I know most people do it for just the love of doing it. And just
That's
the passion and expressing themselves.
that's me.
But not for like profit or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
You only write them on Facebook or also like...
No, on WordPress. I have a WordPress site.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And then entrepreneurship is the brand, or you're owning your own brand as well.
I'm the business.
You're the business.
Yes.
You're not a businessman, you're a business
Man.
Okay. Damn. So like in what sense though? Like
I'm the business.
you're the brand.
I'm the brand, yeah.
And how does that work? Like in terms of like legal stuff?
Explain your question.
Like when you're a brand, like do you have like your own company that kind of is like your marketing agency in a way? Because you have to market your stuff.
As a content creator.
As a content creator.
No,
right?
I think social media has made all of that easy. I think it's just broke it down. I post, if a brand likes me, they'll reach out. You want to do this? These are the terms. If that aligns with who I am and what my brand stands for, we'll do it. If not, it's a no, and then you just keep building and building. You get to a point one day where you're like, actually, I'm not that person anymore. I think I've grown and I think this is how now things have changed. And that also involves the financial aspect. So I think, social media made it very easy.
Very, very easy now. And you could say you're a freelancer as well.
Yes.
Because you're under yourself.
Yes.
But you do have a team that helps you with certain things as well. Because you can't do it alone.
The team is here,
You can't do it alone,
You really can't. Hey, my God, you really can't. I was burning this last week and this week, like towards Clicks Beauty, because there's just so much with this briefings, there's this, there's that. And I realized you really can never do it alone. And also with that, you have to plan if you want a videographer or not. When you get there, how are you going to shoot your content, etc. So I think you really can't do it alone. You need people. It really takes a village.
Takes a village for sure. And you were even like, I remember I told you were Linda Mtoba.
Yeah.
I told you what it was. She's so gorgeous, bro. And you were like right here next to her. That is so insane. I would be starstruck.
I'm dead. She's
so
a student. I don't think you would even be.
But I'm sure you're probably used to seeing like celebrities or influencers or whatnot.
As you also mentioned, but Mhlali was back then when you still
Mhlali was
school.
back then as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm sure you've met with her, like.
She's still cool. I met her last week.
Why you say it like that?
Like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, yeah. Cool.
She's my friend.
I'm being humble. Have to be humble. It's my brand.
Yeah. That's good though. But what I like about you so much is you're humble and you're confident as well.
Really? You think I'm confident? I don't think I'm confident. I just think I don't care.
You don't think you're confident?
I don't think I'm confident.
No way.
I'm very nonchalant. I just don't care what the next person thinks.
Is she not confident?
She really doesn't care what you think.
Yeah. I don't think
That is
it's
confidence though.
Yeah, it is.
okay.
Because when you think too much, that's when you're gonna be like shy and stuff, When you're like, what are people gonna say and stuff like that.
I just don't care what the next person has to say as a thing. So that's why I always think I'm not really confident. I just, whatever you say doesn't matter to me.
I think you're really good at living in your own world.
Yes.
Which is confidence as well.
Okay. I am confident then.
You are confident. You're
Okay.
confident.
Yeah.
Is it something that was instilled in you, or is it something maybe that you just like had from like?
No, it's how much my mother loved me.
Oh, your mother. Okay.
My mother, she built this brick by brick. I think because, and that's also another fear when she passed, because I was like, I became a little bit scared for a couple of months, because I was like, how are people going to receive me now? I was like, oh my God, who's going to stand up for me? Oh my God, this is scary. And that's when I realized, oh my God, I'm who I am because of my mom. Like, I was the type of person, if my mom would tend to I don't care who says what outside of that yard, outside of that house. Whatever you have to say, it doesn't matter. Oh, my mom my mom said I was talented. My mom said I was this and that. My mom thinks this of me. So I think whatever anyone else said. So I just think it was how much she loved me and how much she rooted for me that built who I am today.
That's so interesting, actually. In my family, right, we're doing this like prayer group thing on like every day at 8.
Oh.
And we have themes every single like month of what we pray about and talk about.
That's so nice.
So the theme this month is love languages, and the love language is words of affirmation. So now that you mentioned that, like it's good that parents should affirm their kids when they're young.
100%.
Because the world does not affirm you. The world says you're ugly. You know, so I think it's important that like your mom told you, I'm growing up. You know, so
and who I was enough.
Exactly. Because you said even when you were in primary school, you were chubby.
Yeah.
You were fat, and you didn't care that. I don't know. I don't care.
No, I did go through the bullying and the hurt because of being bullied, but I think I got over that quick because my mom I feel like I was enough at home, type of thing. So yeah, I got over that quickly. And the next thing I battled with was being a village girl. That took a toll. Like that went on for quite a while. Then I got to another point where I was like, oh my God, this is so cool to be a village girl. So now it's just like,
yeah.
So now I'm just like, I'm good.
You never mentioned a dad. Was he in the picture? Like your dad?
Oh. Oh, damn. Was he in the picture? He was in the picture, okay, but he was like that thing that I just didn't want behind me. You know?
It was disruptive.
It's just like it was in the picture, but he was just that thing. He was. What is your question about him, actually?
Well, I also wanted to ask if like you were the only child, because you only mentioned your mom only.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So my mom has 2 kids, which is my older sister and I. My dad has 3 kids. Yeah, 3. I'm the middle child. Was he in the picture? I explained the picture thing. We hate each other, I guess. Yeah, we're not friends. We're not friends at all.
Why he wasn't like present financially?
I don't think we can deep dive.
Yeah, because it's a kind of an open, ongoing thing in the moment.
Right.
But I like the fact that your mom gave you that love that you even didn't need that, I guess.
Yeah, no, but you know what? Do you know what the issue is? I don't know, maybe even other kids that go through like daddy issues and stuff would tell you, like, you could be, your mom, for example, my mom went far and beyond. She gave me everything and the best she could, but I still went looking for that love. I still went looking for my dad's love, you understand? I didn't want for anything, but I still wanted my dad to love me like he loved his other kids, you know? So I think when it comes to that, it's also a child's thing. I think parents should give the kids the opportunity to go for it, like, and see for yourself. So I saw for myself, but I did go looking for it, even though I knew that it was never there. But I did go look, even after how much she loved and took care of me. I still went and looked for it. So yeah.
Do you plan to have kids one day of your own?
Yeah. After marriage, though.
In marriage.
In marriage, 100%.
Not co-parenting stuff.
Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want it. Lord, I hope that's not my portion. I really don't want it. Do you know though? There was also a point where I was like, do I want kids? After I lost my mom. Like, so much of my views changed after I lost my mom. Hey, I was like, can I be a parent if I don't have a parent? Like, how am I going to do that? But now I'm at a place where I'm like, whoever is destined to be the love of my life is going to bring me all of these parts that I think my life now misses, you know? So maybe he's going to come with parents, for example, and like, I won't want for that, you know? But I'm on the fence about kids, but yes, maybe next year I'll be like, actually, no. But for now, in marriage, absolutely.
But you're open to the idea of it happening.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Would you date in the industry?
No. Hard no.
Why not?
Hard. My content creator, hard no. I'd never. Andifuna uyibona content creator. Andifuna ubona indoda effotayo. and funo opinions online and funo are hard no. Like if you must be, if as my man, I think far away from what I do. Like I should be like, yes, baby, I had this campaign. Yes, posting the engagement is not doing well, and but what's engagement, baby? I want that type of man. Knows nothing about the internet.
Or so you want someone who's like not in your industry, total opposites.
Far. As far away as possible. And if maybe he must be in the board, that about my decision makers, but not on the ground.
But I'm sure you've met someone who's caught your eye, like in the industry.
No. You see, even Bali knows. No, I don't even look that way.
I heard that in the industry, right, a lot of things happen, and a lot of what's the word again? Promiscuity happens.
Yeah.
A lot of people
behind cameras.
Because
not me.
It's Hollywood, and it's Hollywood
agree.
in a way. Like
not with me, so.
Not saying with you though, but I'm just saying like we've seen in America with Hollywood and Diddy and everything and those kind of things. Like, I'm assuming it. Okay, I know I've heard it happens as well.
Your assumption is wrong, so.
And stuff, you know.
No, not with me.
So why wouldn't you want to be with a content creator? Besides
no, they are not my type.
They're not your type.
So are the male directors in this fashion industry, are they like Diddy, like, if I may say?
Diddy?
Yeah, like.
No, but Diddy's extreme, maybe.
Yeah, like maybe they.
I don't know, hey, because I don't think I was deep into fashion like that before I kind of quit.
Yeah.
No. So I never experienced any
You never experienced
weird
like,
situations,
No.
Are you talking like couch casting?
Yeah, couch casting, that's what I wanted to say.
What's that?
Sorry?
What's couch casting?
Like for actors.
Oh no, I'd say nah.
Yeah.
If you want to get a role or you want to get a campaign, you should do this and things like that.
I've never.
Couch casting.
You didn't know that?
No, I've never heard that.
We had an actor on the podcast actually, and she did say that a lot of roles now is because of couch casting. Apparently. That,
No, shame.
You know.
God has loved me.
Yeah. You've never been exposed to that side of the industry. It's good.
I have a pretty face. I think people just look at me and think I'm a baby. So I don't think anyone would like.
They don't want to try.
You want to get me in bed.
I would lie. Your content is very wholesome. Like it's like it's not giving that.
I don't even get DM'd by men like that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So
I think I just look like an innocent girl like that just feeds her chickens and goes and reads the Bible type of thing. I don't think people look at me and think, let's have sex for a campaign. I don't think,
Are you the type of girl that wants like, what do they call it? Monthly allowance?
Girlfriend allowance.
From a man?
Yeah.
How? How? I'm just a girl. Of course, yes. Yeah. I'm an independent black woman, but I always say to my friends that I want a man that's going to take me out of independent black woman. So I become a little chicken next to him.
No, I think the financial aspect is very important in a relationship, bro. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just that it shouldn't be like a transaction way. Like for
Okay,
example,
I hear you.
Some girls, I would say, make it like a transaction thing.
Yeah.
When it's supposed to be like we're in a relationship.
But if that's what you're into, why not, guys? Like I'm for it. Like if girls wanna do that, I'm like yes. If you wanna transact, do that.
Yeah. It's cool, do it, but don't like try and be in a relationship with the person you're trying to transact.
I mean that's the only way it works.
No, like you can do it and like you know.
No. They can. I mean, it's nice to be taken care of. I think I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. So I'm assuming the guys you're looking for are a little bit more established guys as well, obviously.
Probably yes, but I'm not like crazy about like he must be rich, he must own like this and that, but also like know what you're doing. I think also I'm at a point. I'm old, guys. Like I've done.
How old are you?
I'm old also not by like number but by experience. Not experience but like I think the things that I've gone through and like, you know, I'm old. Like I know that there's a type of man that I can never be with. Like you know, like because of this age of me feeling like Jim Dala, man, and I can't be
Playing
doing this and
games.
that. Yeah, understand? Yeah. So maybe borderline established, but I'm not saying like rich, but I could go for like a man that you have your life in order.
Yeah.
I'm not bobbing the building at this age.
Not Bob the Builder.
No, like
Yeah,
no.
I
Absolutely
feel like you're a
not.
very intentional person in general. Man,
Yeah.
with a lot of things. That you
Yeah,
do.
like I could meet you like now. We could go out for a drink now, and I meet a man and extend him. Home affairs vuliwe Monday, boy. Just something to chat. That type of thing. Yeah.
That would
I
scare
don't
them
want.
away, though.
I don't want. That is not the one. I'm really not about games, guys. I'm really not about games. There's a prayer Mbali and I were talking about like earlier. I was telling her about something that happened, and I was saying to a friend, and B was also dragging me about this. They were like,
Your name is B, by the
"Oh,
way,
you're my other friend B." So I do this prayer when I meet a guy. I could literally meet you tonight. I wake up during my morning devotions. I say, God, if this man is bringing hurt into my life, remove him. And I'm telling you, by close of business that day, God is like.
Yes.
And I'm out. Don't think that I'm gonna wait for more red flags or more. No, God, I want another sign. In the first one, I'm like, I'm out because I'm not trying to stay and be hurt, and I don't have the heart to be hurting over boys, over situations I could have left last week or last year or 2 years ago. Now I've wasted 2 years. Now I'm heartbroken. I haven't experienced life because I was focused on this. Nah. So
Have you been
I'm.
heartbroken before?
Describe heartbreak. Maybe just after high school.
Yo, that's a long time ago, though.
That is a long time. I've been single since, hey?
Since
Yes.
you haven't wasted, you're like, nah.
I've been single since high school. I've been celibate for 4 years and a half.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Oh, that's big.
4.5.
that's
It's gonna be
amazing.
5 in March, and I'm gonna do a big celebration.
What helps actually, what helps you stay strong on that journey? That's my question. And celibacy.
Actually, it's not celibacy, it's abstinence. Because I heard that celibacy is like you decide to be never forever for the rest of your life, apparently. But anyway, it's in the knowing what you want. And I'm a very strict person. Like, I'm strict about like what I want, right? And I recently, someone packaged it so well for me, and they said, you have to decide the life that you want and say no to anything and everything that's not that. Because also, if you just say that this is the kind of life I want, and you keep saying yes to other things, you end up going with the wind, and you go, and one day you're just so far from what you had wanted in the beginning. So I think for me, it's never compromising. Like, I could meet a guy and I'm like, yo, you tick all the boxes. You are everything that I want.
Yeah.
And he could miss maybe one of the most important things. And for the most part, other women compromise. And I could compromise, but I'm always just like, it's gonna cost me. I always know that compromising on the big things costs you in the end. So for me, it's the discipline. I know what I want, and I'll say no to whatever is.
Yo,
Do you think you're gonna find that though?
Yes, 100%.
But yeah, I'm sure you pray for it also.
Yeah, 100%.
So when you find him, are you gonna get married before, like, because you basically like a virgin now? So
So what's your question?
when you find the guy, are you gonna get married before you do the deed with him?
I will know when I meet him, and I think I will decide. Also, it's not for me. My abstinence is not like a marriage thing, but my thing that I'm avoiding is picking up bodies every chance I get. That's my biggest like
Soul
ache.
ties.
Like, I don't want so to be changing partners. Like, I'm not gonna sneaky link type of thing, right? So if I'm in a relationship and the plan is long term, and I can see that this is something that I can kind of be into, then I probably would, depending on the type of man that is. So I'm not saying I'm gonna wait for marriage, but I'm waiting for a guy that I feel like you can get it, you're worth it. Let's go.
So in that journey of abstinence, right? Do you still kiss people that you find attractive, or? No, I'm asking because you know, when you kiss people, right, it can lead to that, and it can arouse you, and then
Not
so
me.
it's better to just be like, nah,
Not
let me
me.
not.
Yeah.
You know, I can, sometimes there was a point where I was like, I just want a lamza, and I did lamza. And like I'm good now. Actually, now I even regret wanting to love myself because I was like, oh,
so the guy
actually,
with the blue balls.
good luck to him. But so my intentions was lips and I lips, so whatever.
Okay. So abstinence has nothing to do with kissing. It's just about like doing the deed, basically.
Well, these are my terms.
Oh, okay,
These are my terms. So I don't know how other people do it, but in mine is just the sex.
But I think it also helps, like spiritually and with your goals and the things you're trying to
100%.
Yeah, no, that's true. I saw a thing on Twitter actually where they were like, "What's an old people belief that you still believe in?" And someone was like, "Whenever you want to achieve something, don't have sex for that period because you're fasting something in a way." You understand? And it makes sense, bro. Like fasting.
I think it also depends on
like
who
you're
you are.
sacrificing something for something bigger. I don't know.
I think it just depends on what your life story is or what kind of posture God wants out of you to get to that place. Yeah, because I don't think me abstaining from sex. Well, I don't know, but for example, things I think for me started to really pick up maybe this year, and I've been like celibate for like 3 years. So I think it just depends on what kind of journey, or maybe God has put that journey in my heart so that I can avoid. I don't know, but I don't know. I think it just depends.
If you were still having sex, you would be where you are right now.
If I was still having, I don't know, and I don't even want to think about it here.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I personally believe in that.
Yeah. But there are people who like love sex and they fall.
That's my thing. You know,
I guess it depends on what you
that's my argument as well.
Yeah.
That's my argument. That's why I'm like, I think it depends on the kind of journey that God has placed you on and what plans. So I really think it depends.
True.
Yeah.
I guess it's your personal belief as a person what you believe in as well.
Yes.
But I know with athletes.
Athletes are not
supposed to sleep around before a big game, whether it's like tennis or soccer or athletics. Like apparently there's an energy that you give off when you have sex. Apparently.
See, those things are nasty for me. Like no. No. And sometimes there's men that you look at and you're like, no, absolutely not.
So you believe in soul ties?
Yes. And outside of soul ties, for me, it's also a thing of I'm walking or I'm on the internet and like this man says, "Oh yeah, I've slept with her before." Oh my God, I'd vomit. I'd vomit blood. I also like the fact that there's not a lot of men that can say they've seen me naked or they've tapped and also especially with content creators, like boys like to think they can discourse. I know that I'm never a part of any discourse that happens anywhere.
Yeah. That's something you should be proud of, actually.
Thank you.
You should be proud of.
Thank you.
Also, when I think of that, like I'm like, I wish I didn't sleep with like as many people as I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You regret it?
I do. Like,
it was not great sex.
No, it's not that. It's just where I'm at right now, you know? Like, it's like, and when you think about it, it's not really fun anyway. It's not like nice.
Also, I think people could also start having honest conversations about sex. Like, I don't think sex is that like interesting. Yes, sex is great, but I don't think, especially with the young kids, I think we rush into like sex because we think, oh, it's this thing that's life changing. I don't think it's. I think it's something you can do without, honestly.
Like forever.
No, not forever, but it's not something you really have to rush into. I don't think it's that kind of like. You can like
the
chill.
way you feel when you like high school varsity, like everyone's having sex. I also like that feeling
you think, but and then you get.
Is that also why you broke your virginity though?
What?
Like, everyone's talking about sex.
I want to actually. It's so funny because we had this. I think maybe I wouldn't have. I look back and I'm like, I didn't have to. I think I would have survived as a virgin for until now, type of thing. I don't think it was like. I was never crazy about sex like that. I still am not. So maybe I want to say low key, high key peer pressure, but also for me, I don't think.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
That's why. I'm joking. I'm joking. But I think sex was for like married people.
100%.
It's for couples that are married.
Yeah, dude, 100%. God knew what he was doing,
that concept makes sense.
and he was right.
He was right.
And he was right.
He was right.
He was really right.
He really was right.
I wanted to ask also about the fashion designing. Do you start the clothing from scratch, like from nothing? Yo, is that difficult? I'm sure you love it, but
it is difficult.
Yeah,
it is difficult.
How long does it take?
It depends on what you're making, but it has gotten to a point where you find double ups. But fashion designing is not as glamorous as people make it out to be, or people think it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work. And I always see, especially like fashion designers that do like shows and stuff. The only time that you get the chair is when you walk down after a show, and after that, from before that and after that, it's just the work. Because you work towards the show, you release the collection, and you get the orders. There's no it's so much work. I just think, I look at fashion designers and I'm like, yo, you guys work so hard. I know what it feels like. And for me, not doing it as much as I used to, I'm low-key, high-key happy because it took so much from me, because I used to work hard. Like, I used to work so hard, and especially at that time I was at school, so I do like a night shift thing and have a class at 8 type of thing, and come back after class, I'm still doing this, and I wanted to be able to do both, because the money was good and also the traction was good this side, but also school was demanding this side. So looking back, I'm just like, fuck, I worked myself to the bone during those years.
Yeah.
And that's ZANX-CUSTOMS, right? Is your brand?
Yes.
Is it mainly for women clothing, or?
No, it's a unisex brand.
Unisex brand as well.
That was always my dream. I love dream. I think if I could, I would, but I don't think the menswear industry, it does pull money. But I don't think for me, if I could, I would have just done menswear. Yeah, I would really love dressing the male body. Yeah. So if I could choose, I'd definitely go for menswear.
Menswear specifically.
Because also it's boring. So it's nice to just see how far you can take it and stuff. With women are easy. Women are so easy to impress. They love this. With men, that you really have to work for it, for a man to be like, oh, I like this shirt, I'll buy 10 type of thing. So yeah.
That's actually very true. Yeah. Women's clothing is very it's not a lot of things that you can actually
and it's constantly changing, whereas with men you can buy the same shirt and wear it for the next 5 years and it's still.
What was the first thing you ever made?
First thing I ever made was a dungaree, a camouflage dungaree in high school. It had a leather top and it was camouflage at the bottom.
Was it fire?
Yeah.
So you
I watched YouTube. I watched YouTube. There was a friend of mine that gave me his mom's sewing machine then. So I used it and I watched YouTube. I cut the first pattern on a navy thing and it didn't fit. Then I went to check what's wrong and then the second time I cut it again and it fit so perfectly. So that was my first thing that I ever made.
Wow. And the last thing you ever made?
The last thing I ever made was the orange jumpsuit I was wearing at Clicks Beauty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You made that?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see how I say that fashion now comes into the content creation. So that's, I think, how it's working kind of together. Yeah, I made it that morning. Actually, I was flying to Joburg.
Wow. You actually are about this, eh?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my bread and butter.
Bread and butter.
Yeah.
Are you wearing your stuff right now or not?
No. I should have actually. Sorry.
Yeah, you should have actually.
I should have. Yeah.
You should have actually. You really should have. You should have. I want to go back to. I want to make a point about what you said again about being in primary school and being chubby. I saw a video that spoke about people who are confident are people who don't let you use their flaws against them in a way. People who embrace their flaws. That's confidence.
Okay.
People who embrace their flaws.
Okay, I'm confident.
Yes.
You are right.
Because think about it, like with maybe a short guy, like Kevin Hart, for examexemple. He knows he's short.
Yeah.
So what he does, he makes fun of himself. So you don't have to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Understand? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of it right now, actually, like a light bulb moment, where people actually are confident, people embrace their flaws, actually. Yeah. Because think about it, people use your flaws against you. And that's what makes you not confident sometimes.
True.
Yeah,
True. Okay, maybe I am confident. I just never thought.
You never thought. You just don't care what people think.
No. Like, it does nothing for me. It's like, oh, that's what you think, sure.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I couldn't be a content creator.
Why?
I feel like I end up caring a lot.
You're literally on YouTube.
Yeah, but that's different.
This
though.
is creating content right now. We are creating content right now.
Okay, but like being a content creator is like also looking at your engagement a lot.
So you're telling me if a brand approached you and said, Caleb, we want A, B, and C from you, you'd say no?
Okay, I would say yes, but
Exactly.
I don't like focusing on like the engagement, the likes, the followers, that part.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
because I feel like subconsciously that part would like play a role on how I think about myself. Because like if I don't get, maybe this photo got like 10 likes, this photo got like 400 likes. I'd be like, why did it get 10 likes?
Yeah.
Why are they ugly? You know, like.
Do you know
like
what
that.
I heard?
Yeah.
Based on that, someone said that the likes thing. They said you could literally get like 50 likes on a post or 50 views, but if and you'd feel like, oh, it's so small, I'm not doing Instagram well. But if 50 people walked in here and told you your fit looked good,
Yeah. Facts.
so even if 10 people, for example, if 10 people walked in and was like, yo, you look so good, how would that make you feel? Good. But
yeah,
now,
yeah.
because I think the internet is just driven by numbers, but the reality is, Nyani, if 10 people say you look dope, that's something. Like, that's better than zero or
That's so
nothing.
true. That's so true.
Yeah.
Because can you even name like 100 people from the top of your head?
No,
You can't.
no,
You know.
exactly.
But I think that's the only thing that would hinder me from being a content creator.
Yeah,
They-
yeah.
Focusing on like the statistics too much.
No, don't worry. You see, boys have it so fun. Boys have it good on the internet.
Really?
We comment, like we engage with boys because boys are beautiful.
But so are girls though.
but thing is, girls are beautiful, and we hype each other up.
Yeah.
Men hardly are in the, okay, men are, right? But like, you are not in the comment section of the girls that you really would like, that, right? But us, boy, a hot boy there, I'm putting in fire emojis.
Jay Lelo, that's what he said.
Yeah, yeah.
The guest we had actually, when we shot at her house, he said that most of his followers are girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, ooh, and bakfuna bonke, but they want all your attention.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
That's why content creators can stay with her. That's why male content creators can stay with her.
Yeah, like bakfuna bonke and welcome to funny attention. So for example, if I get to a comment section, I'm like, okay, the girls are putting in 3 fire emojis. Me like, so either 6. But I don't do that. I don't do that. I promise. I don't do that.
The content creator as well.
I don't do that. I had a crush on a guy, and oh my god, I was just like, I hate women. Like, yo, we're so dead. Like, women, especially South African women, yo, that was commentary, Uman Manjelonda. I was just like, that's your man, that time, not commenting about Uman Manjelonda. I was like, damn, but yeah.
That's my man.
Like, yeah. And you're not going to be, you see, that's another thing about I could never date a content creator. You're watching this girl say these things about your man, but because I'm also a brand, I can't be in the comment section, that's my man. Okay, was a private relationship, Gola.
That happened between Sia Kolisi and Rachel. Did you hear actually?
What?
She would DM girls and say like, stay away from my man and leave him alone. And because girls would DM him, you know, and like send nudes and stuff like that. And she would like be like, what the fuck? Leave my man alone, guys. Stop DMing my man.
Yeah, I don't want any. I want a very, like, one I can just hide from the world in peace.
Yeah, interesting topic, eh? Very interesting topic.
Man.
But thank you for coming through, Z.
Thank you for having me.
through, man.
This has been fun.
I wish we could do this like the whole night, actually.
Oh, come on.
You know.
It's been great. It's a Friday night, you know. Go,
I didn't think you were gonna come. I told you this off air, actually.
Why?
Because you're so busy and like, you know, you like can't hold like
But I said I'd come.
Yeah.
I'm not a loser.
You're a real one.
Yeah, I'm a good
You're a
person.
real person.
I'm joking.
And I just want to say, I'm glad I met her before I saw Instagram. Because you know why? I told him this actually.
Yeah.
Because had I saw her Instagram first, I would have had a notion, or
What?
a pre-notion, or a pre-meditated idea of you, of the kind of person you are.
And
Because
what would that idea be?
think about it, bro. People who are influencers, you have an idea. We've had influencers in the podcast, and we've seen how they behave.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I met you first before seeing that. You know. Do I make sense though?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be
down to
like,
earth. I wouldn't say.
you
that
think
have,
I'm like
I didn't think you were
bougie.
even just, no, yeah, I
Like,
think you're bougie. Yeah, I think you're
I am. You think I'm bougie?
I would think you were bougie if I saw your Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Nah.
I wouldn't know how to act around you. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like meeting Matlali. Would you act like yourself around Matlali? Let's be honest. Okay, you know Matlali, right? But I'm just saying, like, for you, for example, you'd have an idea of her. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
I hear what you're saying. I hear
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I just think people just create these ideas, and in reality, it's not like that at all. Yeah. But every don't for themselves.
So if you saw David Matlali, you would just like be okay.
Yeah.
But you met him before, probably, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing phases you, really.
Yeah, and you know what helped? And I hate that I have to actually mention this because I'm not cool with this person anymore. But someone told me, so when I arrived in Joburg, I met the celebrity, and we kind of became mates. And he told me, he was like, listen, you are going to, and I'm a village girl. Where's Aline? I get to party with no ban, understand? And he was like, listen, you are gonna meet a lot of these people, and I wanna tell you now. Yes, you're still new, but it's hard to get out of fan zone. So if you approach someone and already your thing is you're the fan, it's hard to come out of that.
Yeah.
So when you see, you're always going to hang out with them. You're always going to be in those circles. So just relax, like chill. And I was like, oh my God, life changing. And ever since then, like, I don't think there's anyone I could like lose my mind over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when they see you, they're like, oh, here's that beer, and you walk away.
Yeah. Even
Like
if
in those spaces, I'm
and
assuming,
now
can't
you
be like,
always be a fan.
Can you take a photo, please?
You always be a fan. Like you always
Yeah.
be a fan. So that was a great lesson. And it has worked since for me. Yeah.
There's one last question we ask every guest we have.
Okay.
If you only had 24 hours left to live, what would you do?
24 hours left to live. What do I do? Nothing. I'd chill and wait it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yo, that's the first answer you ever got.
I'd just wait it out. Just
Like that.
You wouldn't create something like...
I'd probably write a note on Billy Rights. Yeah, actually, that's what I'd spend the 24 hours doing, writing a note on Billy Rights, just thanking and loving everyone and teaching them about life. But I don't think there's anything extravagant that I'd say, I wouldn't even call my friends. Bangava indaba after Billy Rights. But I don't think like I'm that guy. So, nah, I'd probably just chill and write something on Billy Rights and wait for the 24 hours to be up.
Wow. Is that because you're already living the life that you desire, or what?
It's because everything that has happened in my life, I never expected or saw coming or happen, right? And I think that has taught me that I literally have zero control of like what happens, both the good and the bad, you know? I have this big belief that really we don't run the show. Like whatever God decides, that's what prevails, right? So whatever then I'd want to rush for in that 24 hours, if I didn't experience it before I had that 24 hours, there was no need for it. I remember this is something, I was crying, like I think a couple of weeks, I went to church and my friend's mom said to me, listen, everything that your mom needed to see you do, because my cry was, I haven't even done anything. And she was like, everything that she needed to see you do, that was ordained for her to see you do, she has seen enough. and God knows, and that was the plan, and whatever happens next is all the things that you need to be seeing for yourself, right? And I think that changed something in me, because I then realized it is true. If I was ordained now, as I'm sitting here, Kotwe, after this podcast, you have only 24 hours. Everything I've done now is enough.
Nice.
Right? So that's why if I'm spending that 24 hours, I'm writing about the life that I had before the 24 hours. And there's nothing fresh and new that could change anything. Because go clubbing, I've done that already. Go be a superstar, I've done that already. And everything that was ordained for my life, that I was called for, I have done if I have 24 hours left. So yeah.
Wow. Profound. Drops Meg. Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. This
All
is
the
nice.
best on your journey as well.
Thank you so much,
we're always
guys.
here if you need anything.
All the best,
Support,
Nani. And since world tours up, I think I said that Sazi. I'm gonna get it backstage. The Tiger boys, we need to
Nah.
I'm looking at you.
We're not like that.
Very humble guys.
Caleb, no, I don't trust him the most. I don't trust him. But I'm full of my Instagram, no, I just know.
Never. Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tell them to, what is it? Like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even say Molweni at the beginning. Let me do it now. Molweni. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how good I look down below. You don't have to see them, just me. Subscribe, like, comment, follow their Instagram, follow them everywhere. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Peace out.